Hi, welcome to Take a Break, Take a Breath for Friday, February 19th. I'm Rick Boyer, the pastor of Prospect Presbyterian Church, and Take a Break, Take a Breath is an invitation to pause in your day, to take a moment to settle in and consider the presence of God, to center yourself in God who made you and loves you and calls you by name. Each time that we've been coming together, we've looked at a different psalm, and today we're up to Psalm 139. In Psalm 139, the key word is know. It occurs 7-8 times in this psalm. God knows the psalmist as through the actions of the psalmist, which is the first 7 verses of the psalm. God knows the psalmist in terms of the interior life of that person, and the inescapable presence of God. No matter where the psalmist goes, God is there. And God knows the psalmist because God formed and shaped and made the psalmist. God knows the psalmist. The end finishes with a prayer for vengeance, so to speak, and that causes all of us trouble. It is often explained that the psalmist would cry out or offer a lament or a request as a way of releasing all of that, and never acted on it in essence. The verses that I focused on for today are the first 2. There's so many that could have been picked, but I just picked the first 2. O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know when I sit down and when I rise up. You discern my thoughts from far away. So I invite you to go to a place that is quiet in your house, a room that is off by itself perhaps, or close the door to the room and find a comfortable chair in that room and sit down, relax, feel the comfort of that chair and let all the muscles in your body begin to relax. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and as you breathe in the breath of God. And as you breathe out all that separates you from God. As you breathe in the breath of life. And as you breathe out all that does not give you life. As you breathe in God's peace. And as you breathe out all of your worries and fears and anxieties. Feel that peace of God coming into you as you breathe in, and then feel the things that are making you anxious floating away as you breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Nice deep breaths. Continue to breathe deeply and imagine that the peace of God is growing and spreading in your body. It's not just in your lungs, it's not just in your heart, but from your lungs and your heart it spreads out into the rest of your chest and into your back and into the muscles of your back, so the muscles of your back relax. And it spreads into your stomach so that the jitters and the worries and the anxieties that you've been holding on to in your stomach are calmed. It spreads down into your legs, into your thighs, your calves, and your feet. And the weariness of your legs, well, it floats away. It spreads up into your shoulders and brings relaxation to the muscles in your shoulders. It almost feels like a good shoulder rub. It spreads down your arms to the tips of your fingers, and perhaps you open your hands up, turn them palms up to receive God's grace and love. it spreads into your neck so that the tensions in your neck are released. And if those tensions were causing you pain in your head or your shoulders, that pain is melting away. It spreads up into your brain so that your mind is calm and peaceful. And it spreads into your face, relaxing your jaw, and maybe even causing a smile to break across your face. And imagine for a moment that you're in a place where there's a building that has open doors. It's warm outside. And when you look through these big doors, you see a potter sitting at a potter's wheel. The potter looks up at you and smiles. And around the room are all different shapes and sizes of pots. The potter continues to work with the piece that's on the wheel and says hi and invites you to sit. Sit down, watch for a while. The two of you talk back and forth. The potter tells you about many of the pieces around the room on the shelves and what the potter is particularly happy with in each of them. And where there are imperfections, but says the imperfections are what make each one unique and special. As the two of you talk, you recognize that this potter is more than just any potter. But it is, this potter is a representation of God, the one who searches you and knows you, the one who knits you together, the one who knows the words that are going to come out of your mouth before they even are formed on your lips. And at that point, the potter looks at you and says, "What's on your mind? Tell me what's going on." And the two of you talk. And I'll be quiet. And then the time comes for the conversation to end. It happens just as the potter is finishing the piece that the potter is working on. You say goodbye in whatever way is appropriate. And you wander back out through the doors. And then in your mind's eye, bring yourself back to the room where you are. when you're ready, open your eyes. Let's take a break, take a breath for Friday, February 19th. If you have feedback for me or you want to talk or pray, send an email to rick@prospectchurch.org.